Hey, Christie.
Hey, Cathi.
Welcome to the Midwest.
Oh, thanks. I know. You know what? Somebody said something about tot pots, but do you think they meant hot pot?
No, what he...
And then I looked it up. I'm like, what the heck? This is Minneapolis.
I think he meant hot dish.
Oh, hot dish.
Yeah, hot dish. So we're in Minneapolis. We are at Bouchercon, which is an amazing, huge... Okay, I'm embarrassed to tell you this. I did not realize that Bouchercon is like Comic-Con. Like the con piece of it, I hadn't figured out.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Like that.
So who's Boucher?
A guy. There was a guy, a fan of crime fiction with the last name of Boucher.
Oh my gosh.
And if I'm wrong about this,
Cathi.
Cheers. So we're at Bouchercon.
We're doing the variety of wines.
Yes, I have a it's Zinfandel?
Yes.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I'm not gonna let you drink it all because that's
this is we're in Christie's room.
Yes.
And so we're here at Bouchercon. I presented on a panel today.
She did excellent.
Thank you.
I
felt it was a great panel.
Seriously.
I just thought it was thank you.
You were prepared and you were prepared right.
But it was a great collection of indie authors. And reach over behind you and grab why we are indie authors. Indie means independently published. This is our journal, Read Happy, and the Ultimate Reading Journal. Yes. We'll get to that later. That's not about tonight. Tonight we're recording our GOBrecs for September.
Yes. Yeah.
And
we're just going to talk other things.
And we're just going to talk, because we're at Bouchercon. We're having a great time. And so, anyway, it's so fun to be together again. We have been together 3 times this summer.
I know.
Which we went for years without.
Yeah, because of the pandemic.
Yeah. And so we went to Thriller Fest in New York, Sleuth Fest in Florida, back in your world. And now we're here in Minneapolis, which for me is very, very much like home. I was born here. I only live 3 hours and 45 minutes away, so it seems very... And I've done that trip
and I'm going to go to her house after this, before I fly back for a day or whatever, so I can get Elise... Get our newsletter if you really want to see the recipes, and I'm going to get her daughter Elise to
make us something. Yeah,
I already tried to tell her that when she was on one time, but I think she probably forgot.
Yeah, she's pretty busy with her classes. She's in culinary school.
Sunday we'll be there.
Yeah, she's in culinary school, and so sometimes it's great. Or
we can just go out to eat.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, we're here together, so we are recording our September GOBrecs.
Yes,
and I am delighted about this one. Sorry, it feels like the Cathi show. It's like, we're in Minneapolis, my area,
I'm so glad that you
So, this month we're doing my very favorite author, Daniel Silva's latest...
This is what you have to do. Daniel Silva, her favorite author.
Portrait of Unknown Woman.
And for those of you just listening, we were holding up the book and his picture.
Yeah. So, and it's my signed edition.
That's right.
Every year
that's
now,
why you do
I treat myself to a signed edition, except look what happened on the spine. There's a wine stain. You can't really see it in the light.
Was that yours or Daniel Silva's?
No, it's mine.
I didn't know that. I wouldn't have known that was wine.
Well, it is.
It could be blood.
It could be blood. Thankfully, it was not. It was really not good. And
well, she was drinking while she was
reading. My laptop was out. And my Daniel Silva first edition signed, and I dove for Daniel Silva's book, and so did my laptop. I'm just saying that's where I'm at.
All right, well,
anyway,
it makes it a classic.
Yeah, and so this month we're doing something special too. We're just doing one book together instead of 2. We'll get back to the regular next month. Each recommending.
So, yeah,
you think so?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like because we filled up, and then it was like, okay, what are we doing? Are we doing I'm pretty sure we're back to GOBrecs. I hope so. Because I've got some books lined up.
We are just launched into season 5, and I think 2 big things have changed. We also published our journal, and so that's been an extra, a layer. But also we're adding a new format to our season 5,
which we talked about, in the first episode.
Yeah, and so we're just a lot more trying to fit more authors in.
Yes.
And
we've been wanting to do that. We've been wanting to do Daniel Silva's book since.
It came out earlier this summer. So this is our first time. So Anyway, should we get into it?
Yes, tell me about it.
Okay, I will.
Because I haven't read it yet.
I know, this is so great. You can take it, but don't spill more wine on it.
Oh no,
Buy your own
make
copy.
Me too nervous.
Actually,
it's a signed copy.
I loaned out. I have all of his books lined up, and on my I prize them, and I loaned them. I love to tell people about Daniel Silva. Like I have a pattern, and I've never ever gotten anyone who doesn't like. I love this, but I had turned a couple friends on to Daniel Silva, Aunt Randy and Sue, if you're listening, and they borrowed maybe 5 of them. And it really bothered me. Like, I was thrilled they were reading them. They're voracious readers. But those holes in my bookshelf really bothered me.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised you don't buy an extra plain copy just to loan out.
To spill one.
You can wait till they come out in paperback and get those and then loan them out.
That is true. Anyway, so this one is a really cool, I think this is the 20th in the series.
Wow. And I've read a few of them. Yeah. I haven't read all 20 of them, like Cathi, but I have read a few. And
I actually
very
read
much like them.
a few of them more than one time, because I think I taught myself to read, really. Taught myself to write, excuse me.
I was like, my God. What was her mother thinking?
Yeah, but no, when I really decided I wanted to write thrillers, I was really deep into Silva's books, and I thought I can never aspire to be that kind of a writer, but I just
You can aspire to.
Yeah,
you
but
don't know.
Anyway, so... Yeah. I've studied many of them, but so his main character. Why I like Daniel Silva's books is that his main character is Gabriel Alon, who's an Israeli spy, and the series kind of grows with him through his career. We start with him as a young assassin spy, and his cover is that he's an art restorer, and the series begins where he is actually a very talented painter, but because of what he ends up going through after he's been recruited and stuff, he loses the gift to paint himself, and so can only restore art. And it's really awesome. That's why I love this series, because I love art in thrillers. It just it's one of my favorite things.
Plus, you're an art history major, right? Or minor?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, I thought you were a minor.
No, I just English and German.
Oh, interesting. And she doesn't say any German things on the podcast. Hello.
Can't speak German anymore. No.
I mean, it was your minor. How do you say thank you for this wine? Dankeschön. I knew that. I know how to say give me a beer in German.
You are definitely our...
Ein Bier bitte.
You are much better at different languages than I am.
But I didn't mind... Well, we didn't have minors. I probably would have minored in French, too, because I had enough hours.
Yeah.
But we didn't have minors at my college when we went. When I went, yeah. They have them now, but they didn't then. But I was able to teach it in high school, so I had enough hours to give credit.
To teach it? Oh, when you were teaching?
I taught for a year out of college. You didn't know that?
There's many jobs.
I know. I have so many weird jobs. Whatever.
So anyway, back to the story.
We digress.
So anyway, this most recent book, not final, God forbid, that would be horrible. Daniel Silva, if you're listening, don't do that. He's retired.
Daniel
finally.
Silva, if you're listening, please disregard the crazy email that I sent.
I was so mortified.
You were mortified. I was the one that sent it.
Well, now you have to tell the story.
I sent him an email, but I
How did you send him an email? We don't have his email address.
I know. I did it through his website.
Who were you trying to email again?
I was trying to email Joe Finder,
who we had met at Thriller Fest.
And I was like,
and I'm
for
also
some
a
reason,
huge fan,
because she's a huge fan and she was gushing at Thriller Fest, for some reason in my head, I replaced Joe Finder, which I like as well, and he's just a lovely person.
He's a lovely man.
We hopefully will have him.
Yeah, he said he's going to come on this year
for an episode, but so I think he had said just do it through my website or something like that, and so that's what I was doing. But I picked Daniel Silva, and I said, "Hey, we met you at Thriller Fest."
Oh my God!
After I said
He's like, who is this woman?
Cathy's a big fan, or whatever, remember? And
whoever publicist does his, handles his email correspondence, must have had a hoot. She must have laughed.
Well, she probably doesn't know, except for then
she knew he wasn't at Thriller Fest.
Yeah, that's true. He could have been incognito. I don't know. But yeah, no. And I had emailed him in the our first first 1 or 2 seasons try the same way, but not saying we had met him. And so happy you agreed to be on our podcast.
And by the way, could you bring your wife? Because I admire his wife greatly, Jamie Gangel. She's a journalist.
That would be great.
I think she is the coolest.
Maybe
woman
that's
ever.
the approach we should take.
Maybe
we should just reach out to her.
I just really like her a lot.
Say, look, you can bring him along so we can ask him some writing questions, but we really want you on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so back to the book. So, since this is a recommendation show, so he rose through the ranks. He was the head of the Israeli spy intelligence agency the last several books, and now he's retired. Okay. And he's retired to Vienna, and he is going to be an art restorer, working for his wife, who is going to be owning this major art restoration company. But she's not letting him do anything yet because he needs to get fixed from what happened at the end of the last novel.
And I read that one.
And that was outstanding, right?
Yes.
That was really good. And so he's kind of recovering. This is weeks after. And one of the characters actually mentions that he's restored himself. Like, he looks like a different person because he's out of that business. But of course, they pull him back in. So the book, what's really interesting about this book is it's all about the art. I mean, art always weighs in heavily, but it's always about geopolitical stuff, Russian stuff.
And it's very timely. That was the
always.
thing that you would
He's known
say.
for that.
Yeah.
He's known for predicting almost world events.
Right.
He did it again. He did it again. I just sent this article. So this one is, he has a friend and lots of friends in the art world. And basically, he gets pulled in to find the biggest, I think of the word here.
The biggest
art forger.
Oh,
forger, yeah. So there's a whole underground art forgery, and there's a lot of real things in the art world about this. This happens a lot. There was one in Florida just recently where they went and took a bunch of, what was the artist? At a Florida museum. I mean, it was like 25 works of art that were going to go up for auction. Crazy. Wow. But the Met, this is just in the news the other day, the Met this summer, the Met in New York had $11 million of antiquities removed that did not belong to them, that they should not have, or had problems with their provenance. Wow. So it's like real world stuff. Anyway, so it's a great book. You should read it. It's super fun.
Yeah. I'm going to read it.
Yes, you should. And
what wine shall we have with it?
You know what? I have to say, I think this Zinfandel is really nice.
Yeah.
I went to Trader Joe's on the way to the hotel, and I think was it New Moon?
Yes.
And I thought it was really nice.
I think it was New Moon. Something like that. Something with the moon, but it is. And I have Trader Joe's really close to my house, so I'm going to get it.
I don't. See, this is the closest I have to my house.
Well, we should stop by on our way home.
I know. But you know what? I don't buy... Even at Trader Joe's, I buy cheap wine.
It's cheap.
It is.
Trader Joe's is cheap.
I mean, I kept everything under like $12 a bottle.
I mean, not cheap.
No, but you can get great wines for not a very high price.
Yeah, we're always I always forget, and then I get there and I'm like, oh, and they're good.
Yeah, they are. So, and it's just a fun vibe to be there. I think Yeah. So anyway, I recommend highly Daniel Silva's Portrait of an Unknown Woman.
And you can have a Zinfandel if you do it at your book club.
I would think so. Is that too shiny? Look at that. Look at gold really is hitting We're down here at the Market Hotel in Minneapolis, and it's beautiful. And tell them about the coolest thing about this hotel. We're in separate hotels by a snafu.
I know. Yes. But I am so excited because... And I'm actually on the top floor.
Yeah, this is a very nice
and she's on
floor.
The same, one floor different than me, but it's not the top of
your
hotel.
No.
Not that it matters. We're the same height almost. So we could probably wave
to each other. Yeah, we're just down 6 blocks.
But there is an ice machine.
It's not a machine. It's a repository.
It says ice in big letters on it. Very classy, though. Very classy. I mean,
this is not the chunky ice machine that is in my hotel where you hold your thing.
You pull this drawer open, and they have bigger bags of ice, and then the packets of ice that fit exactly in the little
like a little
thing.
Bagged with a string.
Yeah.
It is so aesthetically
So you just bring it in and you put it in, and like, you know, when I put in the ice yesterday, and then when it was left, there was, you know, water, because that's what happens. And I took it out and no mess, no, you know, still had my liner bag in there, nice. It's amazing.
And she mentioned to me today.
And I was like, you just really have to come to my
And I was
room.
like, I was a little bit like, okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to work.
Yeah.
And I was trying to follow all of the authors on my panel on their social media. For those of you who are listening and you want to support your favorite authors, follow them on their social media, sign up for their newsletters. It's one of the leave reviews. Like, I left a review for Daniel Silva. It's a huge deal. It's really a gift. Yep. But you were mentioning this to me, and I thought, okay, I can't quite picture what she's talking about. And then I came over tonight, and I was like, oh, dude, noted. Very, very nice ice.
I knew she'd love it.
Yeah, very nice ice, Marquette Hotel.
Yes.
Anyway, hey, we recommend Daniel Silva's book, and tune in next month for our other recommendations.
Yeah, and every episode's awesome.
Got lots of episodes coming up that are
Cheers.
great.
See, we talked just down to...
Yeah, well, I just said...
I drank while she talked. Cheers.